pal, Uncle Al. I just checked my analytics because Trey Ezell, big shout out to Trey Ezell. That's Trey and Ezell. He's a YouTuber. His channel's pretty good. Check him out. West S and Step One Survival also shouted him out, so please check out his channel. Got you covered, West. Trey. Yeah, I keep losing my mind, but I'm still here. Okay, today a lot of people were asking me because I was walking around with my walker about the video I did about why 410, not 12 gauge, Uncle Alan. You know, it's a macho thing. And I kind of looked at him. I'm like, why I choose 410? Because it's a survival round. People who doesn't shoot 12 gauge, either in a single shot or a pump or doubles or semi-automatic, don't understand it. And two, if it's loaded with buckshot, they're going to get land on their butt. Now, us who's been in the military and worked in law enforcement will laugh our heads off. But most of those civilians out there who never fire a firearm, who never shot at animals, who never did anything outdoors, is going to be a horrifying experience. Now, I borrowed this from my neighbor. He's a retired police officer. This is a 2.5-inch shell 12 gauge. Now you have 10 of these, they weigh a ton. All right, this is double odd buckshot and 2-inch by 3/4-inch shell. Why they still use this in some police departments? Because the full 3-inch ones, okay, outside, bad indoors, go deaf. DF. All right. And also, Matt, let me do a shout out. Matt's Prepping and Survival. I hope you get out of the horrible area of New York. He's into shotguns. I agree with him. His choice is great. I used to use pump actions. I warn people about pump actions, like the 9mm automatic pistol, semi-automatic pistol. It's a two-handed weapon. And a lot of youngsters who've been in the military for less than 2 years kind of looking at me like dumbfounded, like, dude, Uncle Alan, what are you talking about? And they couldn't understand why I always carry a snub nose and 9mm. And I had speed loaders, well, mostly half moon clips. And they're kind of looking at me like, Uncle Alan's nuts. One, I could shoot it one-handed. Two, I could have it concealed, no hammer. I have a modified, in the old days when I was working, a modified Smith & Wesson with a 2-inch barrel with no hammer. I was bodyguard style with a special grip. Why do I have that? Well, here's a little hint, boys and girls. 9mm, like I said in my other video, you guys got to watch my videos. I did my analytics, and I find out I'm being watched by 18 to 24-year-olds, 25 to 34-year-old women, 35 to 44 women, 45 to 54 women, 64 to 65-year-old women. It's mostly women. And most of them are either 18 to 24 or 25 to 34. Okay, I went from, because I think I stopped showing knives, and Uncle Alan just talks and doesn't look like a threat. So my demographics changed overnight. Now I got a whole bunch of women, and on the side where it says macho men, on the men's side, it went, I have two. So remember about 4 months ago, Hubble's cat did that thing about getting more women into the field. Well, I did it. I got about 98% women on my channel. and then the rest are 2% men. And Hubble's Cat's like wondering, why are they watching Uncle Alan's channel? Good questions, Hubble Cat. Please check out Hubble's Cat's channel. Very good channel. And I like when he reads from classic science fiction books, like he's doing The Long Voyage, I think. Anyway, Uncle Alan just took another wonderful injection. My life is all about needles. It's like it was 4 o'clock. Take another injection needle. And then Inspired John, uh, weird part, he had a wonderful live stream today, but my screen was totally blank and no sound. But I did get the chat line, wonderful chat line, and I tried to figure out what was John's answers. So, with little imagination, and I figured out what they were talking about. And if you watch the live stream of it, the repeat, and also the chat line, it gets pretty weird. But I couldn't see John, I couldn't hear John, but my answers came out great. Now back to Matt, prepping and survival. Most preppers and survivalists have the big 12 gauge. Now, if I was carrying it, yep, I also would be either a pump or semi-automatic shotgun because we know what we're doing. But why 410? 410 is more versatile, more multi-versatile. Reason why, it's easier to reload. It's easier to put black powder in it. It's easier on weight. 10 of them hardly weighs anything. I could carry 10 rounds of 410, I wouldn't even notice. Carry 10 rounds of these, I'll notice. I might lose a little bit of power. I might lose a little bit of strength. And I'm not really using it for a full self-defense round at far away ranges or mid ranges. I'm using it for close range defense and mostly small games like quail, like rabbit, like squirrel. Yeah, shoot squirrel with double-aught buckshot. See the buckshot? What ends up the squirrel, Matt? Okay, squirrel doesn't look too good. I know, my idiot brother did it, took my pump shotgun because it looks cool instead of my squirrel gun. That's when I used to have guns. And he shot at a squirrel. Do you know what half the tree looked like? And the squirrel, instead of barking it down with a simple load of 410 in each shot, he topped the tree and the squirrel, made it disappear. Just boom. Okay, that's wonderful. Sorry, John. I tend to go overboard because I got a lot of things I gotta say. Like I said, 410 for everybody. It's a good small game road. Close range for self-defense. Sorry. And Uncle Alan, you know, I got a lot of knowledge, and I'm not flashy or gadgetry like other people. You know, I have to hand it to the women. They're right. You got to use your brains, folks. Okay. Another thing, I do these videos raw, and I don't have something to crush down the time on it. So it tends to run a little longer than normal. Unfortunately, this is going to run over 10 minutes again. Sorry about that, John. Hey, you take medications and you see how well you do time control. Anyway, you get Derringer. Bond Derringer puts out a great boot pistol in 45 long and 410. So your ladies who wants a shotgun that's concealable, that has a 4-inch or 5-inch barrel, get a Bond Derringer. 2 shots. I'm just using the 12 gauge one, but the smaller 410 will fit in there, and that gives you 6 shots of buckshot. 3 on top, 3 on the bottom. You shoot that at 3 feet. I don't think a lot of people will kind of notice what's the power discrepancy of this. All they'll see is about a foot of flame and a lot of little pellets hitting them and tearing out their insides. Remember, this is shooting a 36 caliber pellet out of it, 9 of them in 12 gauge, 3 in 410. And you got self-defense loads. So think about it. You have a little concealable, uh, basically a sawed-off shotgun. And if you shoot somebody within 5-10 feet, they're not going to look too good. Trust me. What if you have one of those derringers? Please make a video, load the defense load, shoot at a watermelon, and send it to Matt Prepping and Survival. Okay, let's you do that with a 12 gauge, Matt. A little hard, but I use it in the military and I know what I'm talking about. Matt knows what he's talking about. To each his own, but I'm going after for women, small sized men, also people who never handle a shotgun. Okay, real easy. And you got different choices. You got single shots, you got pumped, you got semi-automatic, you got revolvers, you got derringers. You know, the easiest and cheapest of all of that is a single shot shotgun in 410. And you could do a lot of things with it if you have the evil mind of Uncle Al. Okay, I hope that answers all you guys' questions. Please stop emailing me with that question. You learned something. And yes, I'm kind of a talking head. And yes, I'm not threatening. I don't like to show gear. I don't like to show firearms. I live in a communist state. Michael Signs knows what I'm talking about. If I do something stupid, it's like, oh, he's a black man. Quick, get him. And take his computer away. It might have child porn on it. All we found was religious texts and poetry. Great. I could get a new computer once I get out of the hospital. Why does Uncle Alan look so bad? He fell down a flight of stairs. But our sheriff's department and police department are first floor. Well, he fell down several flights of stairs. And Michael Sign knows what I'm talking about. Okay, folks. I'll catch you later. Please, I know I went over again. I was trying to do this in 5 minutes, but I got too much good stuff. And I like all these people. Like Goonie Hunter, welcome aboard. Jeff Naughty, welcome aboard. You'll learn something if you stick around Uncle Alan's channel. Hit the subscribe button. That little button over there, subscribe and like. You'll learn about stuff that Uncle Alan learned over 40 years up here. Mason Hell, welcome aboard, Mason. Angry Canuck, God bless you and God's Queen and God save Canada. I'm really sorry for Ontario and Toronto. God, what a mess. Privateer Prepper. I know you're in North or South Carolina, one of the Carolinas. I hope you're safe. You got my prayers. It's not over yet until Friday. Nomadic Biker. If you want to get more people from our side of the tracks, prepping community, try to figure out a simple bike that you could use in the city. Now, I've been experimenting with folding bikes and puddle jumpers, but my doctor says I can't ride a bike anymore because if I fall down, I'm not getting up. So think about an small urban cycle that you could do, because if you get the right little cycle, not 10 speed, something tuck away and you can throw over chain link fences, and you try that with a 10 speed. But something small, portable for urban use. That's for a nomadic bike. I hope he sees it. And 21090 Brewing. Welcome aboard. Uncle Alan used to be a heavy beer drinker from the old days. And I used to drink Tiger beer, which kind of ruined my kidneys. They don't tell you that I used to have stuff they used to pickle dead people. Formaldehyde, formaldehyde. Oh, it had a good taste and gave you a good buzz. And a lot of people died from it too. That's old days in Thailand. That's why Uncle Alan has 50% of his kidneys working. And again, I went overtime. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I'm getting old and crazy. So I'll catch you later. I'll catch you later, boys and girls. You have a nice evening. This is Diebulfrog79, aka Old Uncle Al. Bye.